Uh, yeah, you, you, child. Good morning. I can't see if people in here yet. They
Can you
probably
hear
all
me?
tired from running around YouTube streets all night.
What'd you say?
They probably tired from running around the stereo streets all night and the YouTube streets all night.
But, man, they probably is tired of running around the stereo all night. Good morning. Sis. How you doing this morning?
I'm pretty good. I got up and I was just like, ugh. And then I tried to upload some stuff this morning and I saw that YouTube was, I don't know what was going on with YouTube, chat.
Yes, it was damn. I didn't know what was going on, and it's like it's crazy. It's it's really crazy,
They
but
said it was some type of global outage or some type of server down, and it was affecting every YouTube. So, um, sure, I got a lot of more work to do anyway, so I won't probably won't stop dropping stuff until probably Tuesday on the way through. So it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
so you won't drop none until Tuesday.
I probably won't drop nothing till Tuesday because I got so much stuff to still do. I got a lot of editing work to do. I don't have no writing or anything like that to do, but I have editing work to do. And that's
Mm-hmm,
slowing it down because editing takes a while, especially when you're doing it on 6 or 7 videos. I got like 6 or 7 videos I've done.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And now I got to go through and do editing work on them all. So, which 6 or 7 videos for me is like about 2 weeks worth of work.
Mm.
So, ooh, child. Maybe
So
we should maybe we should went over there and went live on the stereo for a little while, child.
okay, we can do that. How do you feel about winning 2 awards? How you feel about that?
Well, I feel so special and privileged. I so happy. Cause I wasn't really expecting. I'm the type of person I go into things I'm optimistic, but it's like if I won, I won. If I didn't, okay, I'm gonna keep on pushing and doing what I do. But just to know that my peers, which is the smaller YouTubers, recognize the work that I do, that means a lot to me. So and then we're the first recipients of the award. So
Mm-hmm,
it's like the first annual award ceremony for that, for that specific thing that content did. So we are the first people to receive that award, and that's an honor. That's a privilege in itself. Because if she do it years and years from now, you know, we'll always be remembered as the first recipients for that award,
yes.
especially if it gets really popular.
Yes, and that's how I feel, and that's what makes me proud. That's what makes me feel like just being nominated. People seeing that what we did was good, and that's what I'm happy for. Just being nominated by your peers is nothing. It ain't nothing but that, and I'm happy for you because I just knew that you had talent, and man, it's like ever since we left some people alone, you blocked us. So
You
I'm
said
just,
ever since we left some people alone, girl.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I said it. Yeah, I'm playing Nicole Tyler. Shout out to Nicole Tyler. Yeah, I said
But
it.
the way it got spun was that we got fired, child. We got fired.
Look,
So,
look,
you
I don't
know,
get. I work a real job. I don't get fired. People just moderate, waiting to get paid, but we do it for free. So,
and it's funny because I don't feel the need to even correct or say nothing about it because I'm like, okay,
yeah.
um when you working with certain content creators and you see how they moving and then they always questioning how you move and what you do even though you show them mad love and support. I don't have no problem with just putting my hands up in the air and walking away because I don't need that additional frustration. I got too much in my real life to deal with.
Yeah.
So then to come back and for those people, they trying to save face. The first thing they say is, "We let you go," or "We
Mm,
didn't want you to mind for us no more." And you know different.
yeah.
You know different. You know um what your actions were, and you know that you were actually the one to walk away. And but they need to save face, child. Go ahead and lie and save face. Go ahead. I mean, do what you gotta do, because real
You
mama's
gotta do
gonna
it.
do what she do.
Yep.
Because once I put you out of my space, you out.
Yep. And you can't come back. Ain't no. I'm sorry. I'm good because you ain't got my
Mm-mm.
nerve, and you gave me aggravation for no reason. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and just trying to support somebody that's hard too. I mean, but
Hey, 7777777.
shout out to Derek C. Williams because honey, man, that brother has showed me what support is really is because
Mm-hmm.
it ain't no other because that is something that he shows up. He shows up and shows out.
Yes, yes. And,
Look at
and and Derek has been a mod. We've been mods for each other's channels and for other people for together for a while on these YouTube streets. So
mhm,
that's my mod, bro. So
mhm,
he always has been very supportive of my channel from the beginning, and he's always showed up when I
mhm.
even if because they used to tell me you need to go live more, real mamas. I'm like, I don't do no lives, but
Yeah. I remember I told you that. I
but
remember I said, "Why you ain't doing live?"
and, and then you came along, and then here you come. I said, this dang gone Andrea Lynch. Every time I turn around, she telling me I need to go live. She's telling me I need to go live. So I said, okay, I'm gonna try to do a little bit more, because, like I said, going live is not really my forte.
Yeah.
Uh, and people keep on telling me, well, you actually do pretty good. Like, I'm like, huh?
Mm. I remember. I said, I'm gonna be right there with you. I'll be right there beside you. I go live with you. You was
Hmm.
and it seemed like
I was not feeling it, because
yeah.
I do my videos, I do my upload, then I sit back off in the cut. I didn't even go on StreamYards or none of that. I didn't do no call-ins. Most you seen Real Mama, she was in the chat and she do little uploads to her channel, and that's it. But
Mhm.
it was like, you gotta get out of that. And she pushed me. I ain't gonna lie, she pushed me to get up there and start going live more and speaking and everything else. So I'm very appreciative of you for pushing me to do that.
But
Um,
yeah, I'm a man. Winning that award with you, like when I told somebody we had 23 episodes, and they was like, huh? And
mhm.
when I went back and counted them, I was like, we do got 23 episodes.
Yeah, yeah.
I did not know we worked.
We got quite a few. We got quite a few.
I did
Um,
not know we was working
when I
that
did,
hard.
yeah, when I did the playlist, I didn't even realize until started adding all the episodes to the playlist. I was like, damn,
Yeah,
we've been at this for a minute.
yeah.
So,
It,
yeah.
it, it was just crazy, but I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud. I'm glad that you won both of the awards because to me you deserve them. You've been pushing content out pretty much. When I told you you got this, when I told you that your content is very appreciated. We need you out here. You was pushing them content, and now boy boy KK out. It's like you inspired me to bring KK. I was like, oh, she got blind. Okay, I got KK. And so shout out to Unbothered Mimi because K but KK, that's my alter ego. But yeah, we bring the funny side out of each other, and that is crazy.
Well, shit, we get on here and we have fun. I
Yeah,
mean, that's what it's supposed to be. It's
yeah,
not supposed to be all this constant drama and chaos all the time. Even
yeah,
though we do like us a little something, something, we do like a little petty sometimes. We do. I mean, that's who we are as women. We like a little bit of everything. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Who don't like to watch two people, going back and forth with each other, because we want to see in the end who gonna win.
yeah,
Just like you watching a boxing match. And you see them wondering whether Mike Tyson or Evander Holyfield gonna win, even though we know Mike Tyson bit that man ear off. But anyway,
Yeah.
you know, we people like to watch a little spectacle.
Mhm.
But do I like to watch it all the time, constant 24/7? Do I like to see people that I care for, or do I that I like genuinely get
Fight?
constantly attacked over stupid
No,
shit?
no,
No. I
no.
tune out. I do. I
Yeah,
tune out and I go do shit on my own channel, or I
yeah,
go visit other channels that I know are more on the positive side and
yeah.
are doing more of basically either enlightening the community, they're
Mhm.
either pushing out just different content altogether. Um, so that's what I do. And not
And I
everybody do what
really
I
like,
do. A lot of people stay in a certain sector, and that's fine. But I like to be everywhere. I've always been everywhere.
yeah, and I do like you could talk your way to a healthy relationship. I do like her channel. I really like her
Mhm.
because she be shout out to her because she be giving you some good gems that communicate with people. Because man, sometimes
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie, Andrea Liz communication skills ain't the best sometimes. Sometimes, you know, they tell me I'm a little loud. They tell me I'm a little ghetto. They tell me I'm a little angry black mama sometimes. So I'm like, no, that's
Yeah,
not.
that's me too. I mean, because I can be real. The women in my family are kind of stoic in nature, and what I
Mm-hmm,
mean by stoic is that they don't express a whole lot of emotion.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? We uh basically raised to be real strong. We had to be. So
mm-hmm,
it takes me a minute to open up, especially to other women. It
mm-hmm,
takes me a minute because I'm always sitting back and observing and watching. And even though to my own children, family members, I'm very loving towards
mm-hmm.
other people, they gotta earn their love and respect. I just don't give it to be giving
Yeah.
it.
And
Um,
it made me
but
it made me be cautious. Like women have hurt me, and I have seen women in church and my parents in church that have hurt me. So I don't really trust women easily. It's
Mhm.
difficult, and 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 loyalty, loyalty is deep for me. It's really deep. If I'm going if I'm going to trust you with my secrets, I'm going to trust you with my kids, my family, my whole entire who I am. Loyalty is important to me.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying your loyalty is you gotta agree with everything I say. No, that's not loyalty to
Right.
me. But you tell me I'm wrong. You can tell me I'm wrong. You can tell me girl, this ain't right. You can tell me all that. But you out there telling my business, you out there putting my business out on the YouTube street. No,
Mhm.
that's not loyalty. No, that's not loyalty.
And then it's like on YouTube, I try to, because what I do, even though I am in an sense stoic in nature, which means you really won't know how I feel about you unless I open my mouth and tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of person that I show through actions, you
Yes.
know. So if
Yeah.
I'm coming to your lives and I'm showing you support and viewing your videos and leaving comments, that
Mm-hmm.
means I really see something in you that I value, that I respect,
Yes.
and that I I'm not, I don't want to say a fan, but I
Mm-hmm.
am a true authentic supporter,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes that's appreciated and other times it's not.
It's
And a
not.
lot of times I say, well, and when a person asks me to be a mod, I really sit back and think about it because I modded for different people before. And I'm the type of person that I don't like my loyalty or I don't like my loyalty, and I don't like uh how I move or my actions or whatever to be questioned.
Yes.
Because you have issues with other people that I don't have issues with.
Mm-hmm.
And that of course is a big problem when you are a mod in the B sector, you know. And
Yes.
I had to learn that shit the hard way.
Okay.
Um
Okay.
so now I watch who I mod for.
Yes.
And the people that I still have mod sticks for are not considered in the B sector. I don't feel like you're B sector. I feel like you support a lot of people there, but I
Yes.
feel like content wise, I don't feel like that you're B sector.
No. No.
Mm.
Because I don't. I don't want my content to be about that. I want it to be about something that I can be proud of, and I can go back and even if one day YouTube goes away, if my grandkids see that, they can see their grandmama she was about things. She wasn't about no foolishness and mess. So it's a way how you conduct yourself, and that's why I look at Derek because he always, he's the first one in the chat. He first one leaving a comment. He the first one to share your video. You don't get that from everybody.
No, you don't.
You don't get that from everybody. You can get that from people who you run with. If everybody don't have a community wall, they ain't gonna share you out.
Well, true. People who do have community walls, don't share you out. It just depends.
Yes.
Because those are really riding respect for you and do like your content, they will share you out. Yes. I'm a type of person, if I see something I like on your channel, I have no problem sharing it out. I love to share it out.
I was like, Maria, I'm gonna keep on sharing her videos when she gets to 1,000. I don't care. I'll keep sharing her videos. I'm sharing her. I know people would say, this Andrea Lynch is biased. Yeah, I am. I am not. I'm a little biased when it comes to real mamas. She can't do no wrong to me. So yes, I'm gonna share her every day.
I guess we both a little biased. We cut for each other like that. People still trying to figure out how we got to that point with one another, but they don't know how we communicate behind the scenes. Yep. They don't know that we talk on a deeper personal level than just what's going on YouTube. They don't know that we give each other support outside of YouTube, as far as mental and emotional support, as far as true friend, what true friendship is in a sense. So people don't understand. A lot of people want to hate on it. A lot of people want to pick it apart. They want to know how it came to be, and they envious and jealous of it. And I've seen little instances where people. I've seen little instances where I'm sorry, somebody called. I might have to leave back out and come back here because my audio messed up now. But I've seen instances where people, they kind of show who they are because they're like, okay, where's she coming from? How did y'all become friends? How y'all? What's going on? Why do you guys stuck on your channel with them? That type of stuff.
Yeah, I remember when you in the chat, you would speak to me, I would speak to you, and then we became live, and then we started talking behind the scenes, and man, we it seemed like we clicked, we hit it off, and then it was genuinely when I see you in the chat, I would just say hello, how you doing, how's everything, and then when you disappear, I'm like, but what happened to her? That's fun. I like that. I like a real mama's with problems.
Yeah, because we really started seeing each other a lot because I used to go to the Atlantean Brown chat.
Yep.
And I used to see you over there a lot, and you would always speak to me. So
yeah.
And I would always speak back, and we would always do that little thing back and forth in the chat while we listening to the tea. So we didn't even, our relationship really didn't start big in the B sector area. You know what I'm saying? Our relationship started over there with Michelle Brown.
Yep.
And then I started seeing you in other chats, and I said, well, is that the same in Andrea Lynch? Because I knew it was other. I had seen others. But I was looking at your picture. I said, yeah, that was the picture that you had with you was yellow.
Yep.
You wearing a yellow outfit? It was a yellow outfit, right?
Yeah. I change my picture all the time.
Yeah.
I put the picture of real Andrea Lynch. She a little yellow.
Yeah, so that's why I would always look at the picture before I spoke. I said, oh yeah, that's her. I said, hey, Andrea.
Yeah.
So it just gradually grew from there. And so we've been kind of going from similar chats around for a minute even before we actually started talking and became friends.
Yep. And so
hold on one second, because I'm probably going to leave out here and come back.
Okay.
Because all my audio is messed up because somebody called. So
okay. Sometimes it was man, man, I would see her in chats. I would say hello. We would keep talking to each other, and that's how our relationship formed. And then I met Unbothered Mimi, and then we all started collaborating, and we be on the phone chilling, and that's that bullshit came alive because I used to say that all the time to them on the phone, and so that is a good thing to gradually have a relationship and gradually collaborate, because collaboration is the best thing to do. Is the best thing to do. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Hello? Real mamas, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So yeah.
I had to get rid of that because you know how you have another window open, it
yes.
it backdrops and it feeds.
Yes. So I say, you know what? Shout out to Mona. Shout out to Laughing Out. What is it? Laughing Out Loud with Mona Nicole.
Yeah, living out loud. Yeah,
living out loud with Mona Nicole. Shout out to her, because when I listen to her lives, when she had a live maybe a couple weeks ago, and she was saying to get her name out on the YouTube streets is collaboration and working with other content creators. So I really enjoy that live when she put that out. And so that's what I like, collaboration. I think it's fun. And I think that's but it's the funny thing about it is me and you feed off of each other. You know, me and you a little hothead, but you got me in the mix. Because she can calm both of us down, because we both hotheads. Now I ain't gonna lie, I think I'm a little more hothead than you are.
Yeah, I mean I'm like probably a cross between you and Unbothered Mimi. Like I'm right in the middle. It just depends, because certain things would set me off.
Yeah.
But it takes Unbothered Mimi to kind of put her hands on me, and you were like, okay, y'all need to slow down, calm your ass down. Let's think about this.
Yes.
And then sometimes I'm that way. I'm like, okay, well, let's think about this. Then other times I'm like, to hell with that.
Yes. Yeah, and you know me, I'm like, I don't give a damn. I'm rolling with you.
You ready to roll out? I mean, if I got something going down and I'm ready to go to war, you right there. You gonna soldier it up like, okay, what we doing?
Yes.
What we doing? And Unbothered Mimi's like, y'all need to chill. She looking at us like, y'all are crazy. No, we not doing it this way. Let's do it this way. So it's good to have. I feel like our group has a balance. We balance each other out.
Yes.
You're not gonna find that. You're not gonna find that in a too many group of women on YouTube. You're just not.
Yep, that is. Yeah, you're not.
Cool.
You're not gonna find that. You're not gonna find that, and that is a good thing. That's a good thing, because she do balance us out, because I'm a high head, you a little high head, and we like so we they say Andre is always a hot head, but that is when it comes
to a little passionate.
I was a little passionate. When it comes to my friends, when it comes to my people that I really roll with and care about, I don't want nobody be messing with them. So that is important to me. Hold on 1 minute. Keep talking.
Oh man.
Okay, so
I'm sitting here looking at this. I'm looking at Google. I guess that Google outage affects a lot of people, because they were telling I just got a message from my children's school saying that the service that my kids use in order to do their online schooling, which is called Canvas, it was down because Google was down, because all of that's connected. So they said Google is slowly working on trying to get it straight. So hopefully they have it straight because I just tried to see if I could upload a video and it wouldn't let my software wouldn't let me do it. So I'm gonna have to go back in, try to adjust some shit, try to see what's going on. And
Is it because everybody their mama on stereo? They think YouTube ain't working good.
um, I don't
everybody,
know. We might
everybody
have to. Is anybody live? Anybody we know live this morning over there on the stereo? The
I think
contest ended yesterday. I know QB was saying I was in his bushes and stuff. I know I think I heard him say he was like, I can't keep on doing this, honey, because it look like it's a lot of work to get over there and get the claps up and get people to follow you over there and all that type of stuff.
yeah, so
I'd be happy just winning the money for one time, and then
yeah.
I'll be like, okay, back to my YouTube platform.
Hey, I'm Father Mimi. Good morning. Good morning to you. So yeah, so honey, we just trying to be up here in the morning, get by some morning news. Okay, did you watch Iyanla Van Zandt episode Saturday night?
I sure did. Mm, 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 mm.
Okay,
I
so
watched it. I'm talking about a generational curse.
let's break
That
that
was
down.
crazy.
That was okay. So she's a white woman. She's a black woman in the South. She had a white woman with a partner, and the woman they moved into a bigger house, and she wanted to date her and move into a bigger house. But she already had 4 kids. Okay. She
Mm-hmm.
had 4 kids, and then she her partner did not have no kids, and she wanted
Right.
her own baby. So I I I, I was like, ooh, okay, I got that. Okay, I understand that. Well, okay. So the one thing I didn't understand is why didn't she just go down to, I don't know, what's a new thing now? Fertilization, all that other kind of stuff. Go to the clinic and get a sperm donor. But it's
Yeah, but you gotta think about like the times and stuff as well. And maybe that's something that she couldn't afford to do. Maybe it was easier for her since she knew that this white man I guess he was a white man. I don't know what nationality he was because she never said. But I guess it was easier for her to go ahead and kind of get this man to come by the house and stuff and do what it do so she can get a baby so that her and her partner could raise. So I guess, but if you think about it, and I know personally, um, other lesbians and other people who are gay, I've known them to do that. They'll pick a friend or they'll pick someone or have a conversation and they'll, what I'm saying, they'll go to that person in order to father their children or to give birth to their children. Not everybody necessarily goes to a sperm donor because of the cost of it, because of the cost of artificial insemination and all that type of stuff. A lot of people they can't afford that, but they can't. But I guess are willing to lay down with the opposite, not opposite sex, but willing to lay down with the opposite sex in order to get get a child. Maybe that's a cheaper way to do things. I hate to say it, but I feel like if you can't afford artificial insemination, if you think about it, you can't really afford a child neither.
Yes,
Because that's like what, 10, 13, $14,000. Kids cost way more than that over a span of years.
yes,
I'm saying.
this is where I felt like she said this, the daughter, she said, nope, I didn't look like nobody. That's what she said. And then she said Nancy was giving her money, Nancy was treating her, Nancy was spoiling her. But look at the monsters how they created.
Yeah.
Because
So it's because they didn't sit down and because like Ayana said, it's a generational gaps, and how each generation, how they were taught and raised to handle certain situations. Like the older generation, and I forgot which generation that was. They believe in, protecting family and keeping things within the family and not speaking on certain topics. And
Mhm.
that's why the mother hid for so long that her and this white woman that she was living with, that they were actually a couple. And then she had been in an abusive relationship, before. And I guess that was the other kid's father.
Yes.
So only thing I could gather from that was maybe the other kid's father was black, and whoever her youngest daughter, the one that she had so many issues was with, maybe that daughter parent was of another race. Um,
Yes.
and that's why she looked different from the rest of the kids, like way different. And
Okay.
nobody
Okay.
gave her an explanation to why. Like they didn't sit down and talk to her and tell her. First, they were already lying about their relationship.
Yep. Yep. That's one lie she did. That's one
Yeah.
lie she could. And
Then
then
they
she.
turned around and they never really talked to her about sex. They never talked about answer any questions about who her real father was, or why she looked so different from the other kids. They kind of swept it under the rug, and they kind of treated it like, okay, if we go ahead and give you this, if we
Yeah.
go ahead and let you do that, then she won't ask us those questions, and she'll be all right as long as we keep on giving her money and let her
Hmm.
talk and do what she wanted to do. And you saw the end result of that.
Yes, and then that's why she had. That's why she ended up in an abusive relationship, and she had a baby early.
Hmm.
But
And then you saw that trickle down. Her daughter wound up getting into abusive relationship. She wound up getting pregnant at a young age.
yes.
And it was just trickling down, down, down. Um, because it's like when you look at generational curses, it's almost as if generation curses are just kind of unspoken issues passed down from one family to the next. They never spoke on. They
Yes.
kept so many secrets, and of course the kids could see things happening, but
Mhm.
nothing was being explained to them, so they thought that was normal. So of course her
And
daughter, if you're not telling your daughter how you got abused, how you doing this, that, and the other, then she's gonna think it's normal, and she's gonna go get into a relationship with a man that does the same thing.
then you see how the son said he had talked to his mom for 3 years because she
Hmm.
found out his wife, and then he said the mama left his sister and him for a man, and she
Yep.
chose him over them. So I'm like,
And she didn't even remember. She didn't even remember that she had said it or did that. But he
yes,
could clearly remember it. And then
uh-huh,
the crazy thing was when she brought the same issues to her mother turned around and said,
that
"Well,
I
I don't
did
remember
that.
that."
So
You know,
I'm like, oh my god, I'm
it
like,
was it was like I don't know if maybe that's like a defense mechanism to block out things that hurt you, or to block out things that you've done that you regret. So
mm-hmm,
in a sense, it's like you don't. It's not that you don't remember. It's that you don't want to remember it. You don't want to remember that you used to be that way. That
yes,
you actually sat there and told your child to their face, "You're not worth me sticking around."
yes. That and when Iyanla Van Zant said a mother can tear a son up, I was
Hmm.
damn, Yonder, you hit
Yeah.
the nail. A mother can tear a son up. And
Yeah.
I was
When she said that, I looked like, okay, I'm gonna have to, that made me more mindful of how actually I have three sons.
yes, that made me more mindful and how I speak to my son and how I talk to
Hmm.
my son and how I don't put him down, don't discourage him because
Right.
that was the most
And how we had,
that's
and
what
how we
you
had,
said. That was the
yeah,
most important thing.
and how we as mothers have so much influence over their mind and over their heart, especially
Yeah.
the emotional part of them. We
Mhm.
have more influence and control over. And that's why Ayana was telling her, like, when you speaking these things to him, you speaking to his heart.
Yeah.
You speaking it
Man,
into him.
she
You
said that.
pouring all that into him.
When
Mhm.
she said that, I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" I was like, "Whoo!"
And
I was like,
and that will make you more mindful when you think, when somebody shows you a different perspective like that. It makes
mhm,
you mindful of how you speak to your children,
"Yeah,
of you know what I'm saying, the things that you say to your children, because it does affect them, and it does do things to their self-esteem, and hurt their feelings. Even if you think you're disciplining them, you're teaching them something
Yes,
that you feel like is of importance, you still have to structure it up, frame it in a way where you're not mentally, emotionally abusing them.
yes,
No.
yes. Because yes. And I didn't, I was telling my sister-in-law yesterday, uh, um, um, I was telling her yesterday that I was so upset with her mother about my ex-husband, but I didn't know the dynamic until I had my own son, the dynamic
Hmm.
mother and a son, and I felt like sometimes his mother chose his bad behavior and act like it was okay, but
Yeah.
I didn't understand, and I give my ex mother in law mad props because she have showed me what it
True,
is
that don't bother me. That's very true.
to love your son and what it is to have unconditional love, even though he can do wrong, but you still got love for him. And so I was it wasn't like I was jealous of their relationship, but I just didn't understand it. But now that I
Right.
have a grown son, I wish somebody would come in and say, my son, if
Hmm.
I'm a mother bear. What? So yeah, so I didn't understand the relationship. Um, um, I didn't understand it, but I give his mom mad props because I do understand now. And that time, then I cussed her out, and she said my apology. But yeah, I was angry with her, but I didn't understand the relationship. And having a relationship with a son, it's man, and how you can affect the way and what you understand how you can affect the way a relationship with a woman when he grown.
Yeah.
And so,
Oh Lord, it was a good episode because it really showed you. And if you guys want to see that episode of Ayano Fix Your Life, go to it's all Hot Airs community wall. I'm
yes,
not sure if I posted it on mine, but I know for sure it's on Hot Air Community Wall, and you'll
yes,
see the episode that somebody had posted on their YouTube channel.
uh-huh.
Of Ayana Fix Your Life, with the one that we're talking about, and take a
Mhm.
look at it because it's it got some. Ayana be dropping some gems. She be really,
Yes,
really, really
we
just
we dropped things because
yeah, and I'm sad that her show, this is her last season for
me
real,
too.
because
The last
she's
season,
really needed out here. She is needed, especially in the Black community. She is needed.
yes, yes, and Mimi said that's why I call men and women kings and queens because you never know the title you give them, they will take
Yeah.
that home. Like
Hmm.
they're not giving that home. Okay, that's true. That's true. So that and man, that was a powerful episode. And even the daughter was trying to put her uncle in jail. I
Yeah,
almost
she put her uncle in jail, and then her perception of what happened was very different from his. And
yeah,
everybody else around, it seemed like everybody, including her mama, but her mama was there, and she was angry with her mother because her mother took her uncle's side. And this is one thing I could not understand. I was trying
hmm
to figure out,
hmm
was did the mother side with the uncle because she felt guilty she brought him into that situation, or did she side with the uncle because the daughter was lying about the type of physical abuse she got during the altercation? You know what I'm saying? Like, the daughter was saying that he put his hand around her neck, he slung her over furniture and stuff like that. He
yes,
said that he only pushed her. But if the mother is the only witness to what happened, what makes me question
whether she
whether what happened, if the daughter was
telling
just
the whole
having
truth.
flashbacks and stuff and she just embellished and lied so she can get her way, or did the uncle actually do that? And it's like, I don't want to. I'm looking at the mother like, okay, which one is the truth? Because you just said out your mouth that you felt bad for your brother, that you brought him into that situation. So, are you capable of lying to get him out the situation despite your daughter? You see what I'm saying? So I
Mm-mm.
was looking at all the like all the aspects of the whole situation
You
because the
know, but
daughter.
the other people said they wasn't there. It was just the mama there. They wasn't there, so they said they was only hearing about whose story was. So I, 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 I you know what? I thought emotion was high. I thought she felt, to me in a minute, I thought the mother felt guilty for bringing her brother over there, and he had to go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
how I felt. But I mean, was the niece disrespecting the uncle, hot head up in his face, cussing at him out, and when he
Mm-hmm.
probably, and she probably was, because it seemed like she was out of control.
Yeah, because her son was saying how she was treating his wife
Yes.
and stuff like that. And he said what okay, so when he said that the reason why he really didn't deal with his mama, to me it didn't seem like it was really because of, it could have been like the treatment of his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
but when he said that his mother bent over into a dying woman's ear,
Yes.
and
I
he
was good.
heard her say that
I was good.
about money, you always used to slip me $100 bills. Make sure this time, you leave me something real nice.
I was saying.
Um, I
I
think
was
that changed his whole perspective. That I think that's when he lost all respect for her, and I think he lost all trust in her at that moment.
well to
I
me.
would too.
To me, he lost trust in her when she chose her man over him and his sister and left him with grandma.
Yeah.
That's what that's when he lost trust for her, and that's when she said, "I'm gonna choose my man over y'all." I mean, what you gonna say? You left him with grandma and moved to New York with a man that who
Hmm.
was abusing you already.
And it looked like her relationship with her younger son, that her relationship with her younger son was different because I think what than her other children, for the simple fact is she was around the whole time for him.
Yeah,
And on top of that, she probably, I think, what a lot of us parents do,
mm-hmm.
when we make mistakes, especially when it comes to our older children, when we make
Yes,
mistakes, because
yes,
it's a learner thing. We
yes. We're
when you
gonna
have
hand.
your first child, you don't know what the hell you doing. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna be real with you.
yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
got people that can guide you and stuff, like your mother, your aunties, or whoever. But with me, I had moved so far away from my family that my
Mm-hmm.
mama was a phone call away, but I was still on my own with this baby. And even though I had read What to Expect When You're Expecting and all these damn books, you know what I'm saying, to learn what to do. When my baby actually finally got there, got here, I was like, oh my God, wait a minute, I got a
But
human life
but
in my hands I
there's
gotta
no
take care of,
but
you know?
there's no handbook on
Yeah.
raising kids. Okay, it's almost called trial and error, and then
Mhm.
you gonna do trial and error with the first, and
And you
then
kind of get better and better as the more children, and some people got a lot, some people just stopped on that first one, like hell no. But I'm
yes,
just, I'm just saying. Some people like two is enough. Some people,
yeah,
my instance, I stopped on four. If I had kept on going, child, I probably would have had just as many kids my grandma had, which is 10. But
yeah,
no, no,
yeah.
no, no, no.
I think
But it's like with
yeah,
every child, it's like you get better and you do things
yeah,
differently. Or
yes,
and I think that's why by the time she got to her youngest child, she had learned a lot about the mistakes that she made with her other two children, and she chose to do differently with him. And I
yeah,
think with the son, and when I was looking at him and the daughter, especially with the oldest son, I think he was resentful of that. He was
yes,
real resentful of that, and it's because in a sense that relationship that she had with her youngest son is a relationship he wanted with his mother, and she
yes,
rejected him.
yes. She chose
She
her man.
rejected him.
And
Mhm.
how did you feel when when the daughter said that the mother called people on her? How did you feel when she said that people but get her kids taken away?
Oh, child.
I was
When I heard that, I was like, okay, um, I don't feel like she was doing it out of genuine concern. I felt
Mm-hmm.
like she was doing it because her daughter wasn't moving the way she wanted her to move. Her
Yeah.
daughter wasn't doing the things that she wanted her to do.
Mm-hmm.
She forgot that she used to be her daughter,
Yes.
that she was her daughter, and that her daughter learned that behavior
From
by
her.
sticking by her man from
Yeah.
her. She forgot all that. She
Yep.
forgot all that, and she got on that self righteous tip and
Yep.
thought that, okay, well, if she's not gonna do what I want her to do,
Mm-hmm.
then what I'm just going to find a way to take her kids away from her. And I'm
Yes.
thinking to myself,
I
okay,
said,
you saying that you telling this girl you're gonna call CPS on her if she don't leave the man that she with, but you abandon your children on your mother because you want to run behind the same man your daughter with now. Make it make
yes.
sense. Make it
Yes.
make sense.
I was like, you have a hypocrite, mama. You like if you really a hypocrite. And I thought that was so wrong. And
She
then
was oblivious to all the things she did, and that was the difference to me between her mother
mm-hmm.
and her, was that
Yeah.
her mother had remorse, and her mother was be able to look back and say, I caused all this.
Yep.
I did this and I need to try to make it right. Versus, and she was making steps to do that, but she was still oblivious to a lot.
A
Like she
lot.
still did not realize a lot of things that she did to her kids, herself
Yep.
and her kids.
Yes.
But the
It's
same thing you hating your mama for is the same thing that you did to your own children.
your kids hate you for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then the disrespect for his wife. But when the son told the sister, look, I don't want mama around my kids. I don't
Mm-hmm.
trust she gonna say something rude about my wife, about me. She can't be around my kids.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I know Ayana didn't like that conversation
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's like I understood where he was coming from. Cause
Yep.
I'm not about to have you. That's just like, okay, let's just remove the put ourselves in a relationship as far as, let's say you go ahead and you dating no, your ex-husband is dating a new woman or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And let's say your kids are still small. And
Yeah.
let's say every single time you take your kids over to your ex-husband's house, when they
Mm-hmm.
come back, they don't got nothing. They tell you about the conversations that's being had because it bothers them. Because
Mm-hmm.
let's say your ex-husband and his new girl, but his new wife, they keep constantly talking down on you.
Mm-hmm.
Keep constantly saying things about you to your children, and that's making them feel uncomfortable. That's making them feel like they got to choose between parents. It's starting a whole bunch of conflict. That's how
Yep.
I looked at that situation. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want nobody around my children if you're gonna be around my children, even if you have a problem with me, let that
Yes.
problem be with me. You
Yes.
won't ever hear me say, well, grandpa did this to me. Grandma
Yep.
did that to me. I don't like your father. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
his girlfriend. You'll never hear me do that stuff around my kids. So
Yeah.
when my kids go over to your house, don't do that don't do that that kind of stuff to them in concerns to me. Don't talk about me and how you feel and if you don't like me or you don't care for me or you can't stand the things I did. Don't try to diminish my importance in my children's eyes or change
Yes.
their perception of me so that it will fit your perception. And a lot of people do that fuck shit. I'm gonna call it what it is because
Uh-huh.
they don't know how to separate their own emotions
Mm-hmm.
from their children's emotions. And that causes more problems than it
I,
needs to
I,
be. So
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I was the one. I was mad, and I didn't like. I didn't like the woman, and I called out of her name a couple of times, a lot of times, and I didn't like her. And I told my ex-husband I didn't want my kids around her. He didn't listen. He gonna say he gonna do what he want to do, and I was like, they was young and they was impression, and I didn't like it. I personally think he can still date her, but just don't be around when you have your kids. I just don't understand that. You can have a woman in your life. I wasn't tripping about that. All I'm saying is when your kids are around, I don't want her around the kids. Not yet. But they never listen. That's never the case.
mm-hmm.
You know, and I was angry about it. I had bad behavior. I admit that. Damn, I had bad behavior. I didn't co-parent right, so I can say I wasn't the best at it, and still trying to navigate that.
Well, who is the best at it when you fresh in the beginning of a breakup, or y'all are still trying to figure out a way to coexist with one another because you have these children you need to raise and support. It does not happen overnight. It's a process to everything. It's a process to making milk. It's a process of making clothes. It's a process to getting up in the morning, bathing your behind, getting dressed for work, getting kids ready. Everything has a process. Everything has steps to it, and so does co-parenting. So, I'm not gonna say I was the best at it all the time neither, because it was times where I got triggered and I acted a plum ass. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I sure did. I sure did. If I'm telling you, come pick up, it's your turn to come get the kids and stuff, and you telling me you got to spend time with this woman this weekend, y'all already made plans, and you want to push it to another weekend. I'm like, listen, do you understand that maybe I made plans this weekend? That maybe you're not the only one who want to get you a little something, something.
Yeah.
Be fair, and it was a time when my ex, he did that, and I had to come out. And be blondie for a second. I ain't gonna lie. I act a complete ass. I showed up with my kids at his house, knocked on his door, and said, "This is your weekend." And then I gave him a copy of the child support, the agreement that we came to, and circled and highlighted with the schedule, and I handed it to him. And she was in there, and you know what I said? I said, "Hello, how you doing? Take good care of my children. If you have any issues, please call this number." And I burnt off, and I went and had me some fun that weekend. You got me fucked up. It's your turn to have these kids. I want a break too. So yeah. I've acted an ass before. I ain't innocent.
Yes. I have cussed, I have fussed, I have stood on top of a car when it's moving. Okay, I was crazy.
Andrea getting on top of cars.
I remember my neighbor called my brother, said, "Come and get your sister." She's on her ex-husband car.
Shout out to the neighbor for I ain't know my friend at the time, but shout out to the neighbor for saving my friend life, because she was going crazy. No.
She was like, "You're come and get your sister," because he's on her ex-husband car and the car is moving. I tell you, man, love making crazy things. Love making crazy things. Okay. But yeah, love will make you do some crazy things.
Sure, it will, especially if that man's still dibbling, dabbling back and forth. You know what I'm saying? If he still got one foot in and one foot out, and you sitting there thinking to yourself, which way you gonna go?
Yes.
Which way you gonna go? Why you playing with me like that?
That was so emotional for me. That was the most emotional roller coaster.
Girl, I can imagine.
It was,
I said, I can imagine.
That was the most crazy emotional roller coaster, because he would say, "We're gonna work things out. We got these kids," and it was like, I was like, okay, and I was like, oh God, and then we still sleeping together. And that was crazy. And so,
they got them soul ties, child. Them soul ties.
Yeah. It's like I loved him, and I was just crazy in love.
Yeah, and you hadn't really been with nobody else. That was the first, and it's always hard to let go of your first. It took me almost close to what me and my first husband together was together starting 1995, going into 96, all the way up into 2009.
Yeah.
Come on now, that's a long ass time to be with somebody. That's a long time.
Together. Like 22 till I was like 27,
28.
So it was crazy. It was crazy, emotional. That was the worst. That was I mean, it was almost like feel like I was in self-inflicting pain too, because it was just
Mhm.
pain. It was like it was like it was a pain that you couldn't put a band-aid on. You put a band-aid on for a minute and then you take it off. And you put a band-aid on for a minute and you take it off. It's like,
Well, you know, and also I think a lot of it is sometimes the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. So a lot of us, we tend to stay in situations, relationships, because we're familiar, because we
yeah.
know this man. You know what I'm saying? We know him when he's at his best, and we know him when he's at his worst.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot out of it. Well, out of somebody like me, it takes a lot because for me to invest emotionally in someone else when I've given everything I've had already to another person.
Yeah.
You know, and it takes me a while. It really does.
And that's why
So
I told my friend this. I said men and women see sex different.
mm,
We see it different than men do. Cause y'all can just
I agree.
y'all can just lay down and get back up. Women don't. We don't feel that way. It's not like
Well,
I had to get that. I had to get. Look, let me. That was my first. Don't get me wrong, Andrea. Let's learn. She learned how. Yes, you can. I know how to do that now. Yes, I can. It ain't that big deal.
I guess as I maybe like well I'm not gonna sit up here and front the fake. No, I'm not. Yeah, that's never been a real problem for me when it comes to setting boundaries or saying to someone, "This is all I want." Don't expect no more than that. I never had an issue when it came to that. The only issue that I've ever had was when I let my emotions get involved.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I let my emotion get, when I love somebody, I let my emotion get involved. That's when sometimes I feel like I don't have a little control. But when I have been in a relationship, I was like, look, this all I want is XCX for me. I don't want nothing else. I'm good. I'm so unattached from you. It don't bother me.
Yeah. That I don't know what it is with that. When people I heard a lot of people say that, and I'm thinking to myself, well, okay, I can see where that's true in some instances, but it's like I've always been really good. Once I have control over my emotions and having my mind set that this is what I want to do and this is what I want, it's hard to deter me from that. But when I do love someone and I do get in a relationship, I love hard. That's why I'm so that's why I'm very careful and cautious, because when I'm in, I'm all in. You ain't getting no 20%, 30%, 50%, not even 90%. When I'm in it, I'm in it. You getting 100%. You getting all of me, baby. So I have to be careful who I trust, what man I trust with that type of love, because not every man can handle it, first of all, because they've never had it or they never experienced it. They've never experienced a woman who knows how to hold her own. They've never experienced a woman who is not only wants to elevate herself, but to also wants you to elevate as well. You know, they never experienced a woman who genuinely gives them counsel and support, and doesn't let them get away with fuck shit, not even concerns to themselves. So they don't know how to. I mean, I know a lot of people like don't say handle, but it's true. There's you got men out there that don't know what to do with a woman who is bringing those type of skills to the table, that has that kind of emotional stability, and mental stability. They don't know what to do with. They don't know what to do with that.
Or just have a conversation how your day is, how life is treating you, how you are.
Agreed, sis. Bother Mimi.
What she said?
She said, "Act like a woman, think like a man."
Yep.
You know, so
they don't understand that, and it's like, man, I be want to know how your day is going. You know, you got have some issues too. If you can't tell me how you feel and tell me what your emotions is and how the job is getting on your nerves, you ain't communicating right.
Right.
And I didn't.
And then
I don't.
some men, they don't like to be. They get home, they rough and gruff. They don't like to be bothered and everything else. But my thing is, if you're gonna confide in somebody about issues you having,
Mm-hmm.
confide in me, especially if I'm there. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? The problem I have is that when men do, or they feel like they're not getting certain things at home, the other woman knows more about what's going on at work, what issues they having with you, everything. And
Yep.
I'm thinking to myself, if when I come to you and say what's going on, is there
Yep.
something we need to discuss between me and you? Is there issues that we need to address? You don't have nothing to say, but as soon as you go lay with the other woman and do pillow talk,
You
all of
don't
a
talk
sudden,
everything.
yeah, you tell her everything, and all of a sudden, you know, I hate and had instances where you find out what your man is thinking or things, personal details about your relationship from that
Mm-hmm.
other woman when she's trying to get at you because she wants your man, or
Yep.
vice versa. You know,
Yep. Yep.
it's like
I,
it wouldn't be any issues or problems if you would have just addressed it when I came to you and asked you about it from the beginning.
yep. You could have sat down and spoke to me and had this conversation.
Mhm. Like when I came to you and said, "Baby, what's wrong? I feel like something's not right between me and you. We continuously having the same issues, fussing about the same thing. Let's sit down and let's work this shit out because I'm showing you that we worked it. We worth working on. And then
Yes.
in a sense, you want to sweep things under the table or under the rug. And then when the shit hits the fan, you learn everything you need to learn from the other woman. That shit's not that cool at all. It's not. It's disrespectful.
Yep.
Um, and men and women need to get out of that because women do that shit too.
And I'm about to Mimi said the best teacher was a man who hurt me deeply, and now my PhD, I'm not allowing my heart, and I give my love to just me. I feel you, man.
Mhm.
It takes me a long time to trust somebody. It just takes me a long time to, and I ain't gonna lie, Andrea Lynch is a handful. Shoot, so can you?
Girl, you nice.
I'm a handful.
You just a teeny handful. You just a little bit passionate. You just a little
Look,
bit.
man, I'm peaceful, okay? And so I was like, hey, I just told my friend, the other day, I said, look here. I said, I ain't cussed you out. We ain't cussed each other out. I ain't hung the phone up. I ain't said we're gonna be friends. And he was like, well, why? I was like, cause it happened to me, okay? It happened. But I'm a piece of work. I ain't gonna say I'm easy to deal with. I don't listen to everybody's advice, and I damn sure don't want people always trying to tell me what to do either. So what you say?
I said, girl.
So I am a piece of work, and I come to realize, do I test my friendship? I do. I want to know where your loyalty lies. So so do I test friendships? I think I do in a certain.
Yeah. I think anybody who's trying to really trying to make sure that people are for them, they do
Uh-huh.
kind of test a friendship or relationship in some type of way. It might. I'm not. I think as far as testing, I wouldn't even say testing, but I think you
Mhm.
be watching for certain things. You know what I'm saying? You mindful of things that, especially when people make certain moves that you've seen before, and
Yes.
those moves that they making, and especially if they're your friend, those are moves that other people have done in the past that have wound up having a negative effect on you. So you
Yes.
tend to watch it. You tend to just be observant of it, so that way you can kind of head it off at the pass and make sure that shit don't double around and back to you again and you caught in the same predicament.
and
So
and and the older I get, I am finding myself to say, if I don't, if I'm friends, and I can say, look, real mamas. I don't like that. You know, I don't appreciate that. I can have that conversation now, because the old me, and thank God I have been in therapy. The old me would have cussed your ass out. Period. But now before I get to cussing somebody out, I'm gonna say, what was your mindset? Why? And I'm gonna let them know that hurt my feelings, that bothered me. I'm not feeling that. So I'm gonna give that person an opportunity to tell me it wasn't like that, and you apologize or whatever. Because you know, the old me, I've been, if somebody make me mad, I was just straight up tell you, look, this that bullshit. I ain't putting up with it, blah blah blah. But the new me gives you an opportunity to say it wasn't like that, and this I'm going to hear you out. Because I told one of my friends, I said, let me tell you something. This the old Andrea will come back. Now she trying to be better, but don't test her, because she could right back
don't
up.
Test my gangster child.
Don't test me, because I'm telling you, I feel like you doing something wrong, and I feel like you saying something wrong, and you coming at me. You don't get the pushback, and then you might just want to step out.
Well, child, I gotta get these kids up for homeschooling.
Conversation, my sis. I appreciate.
I always love busting it up with you and Unbothered Mimi. And thank you to people in the clouds and those that came through to listen to us, and
you catch the replay, and you can come subscribe to this channel. It's Hi Cali, and please subscribe to this channel, and because it's gonna be more content put on here too. So I appreciate everybody coming through. Have a good morning. Probably take a nap because kids ain't up to.
You better take a nap, girl.
I probably watch some CNN or some Stephen A. Smith, because kids ain't up until 7:00. So
it's 9:00. It's 9:00 here, because I'm on the East Coast.
Yeah,
they already stirring, so I gotta get stuff popping and ready for them this morning. But I appreciate you.
Yes, sis. Okay, well, good luck and have a wonderful day. Have a productive day. Have a wonderful day too. Unbothered Mimi. I appreciate everybody stopping by and show me some love.
Thank y'all.
Bye bye.